Hi, my OBS has been acting weird, so I actually removed that and I might have hit something to activate it. So yeah. But hello everyone, fun fact trivia for you. So I have to update this machine at some point tomorrow to 24H2, and by it I mean the stream PC. But there's been a lot of issues regarding BitLocker. Just throwing you into a situation where you cannot get into the system, and I want to remind people that I bought this machine pre-owned. Meaning, I bought this machine at a thrift store for like $600. Very good machine for like encoding streams and whatnot. It now has an i9 12900F to complement its RTX 4070. And hopefully things work out well. But I started this fucking disk decryption so I could do the update immediately afterwards. At 9 a.m. It is still going at this very moment. As I am talking to you on twitch.tv/tbcr_, this fucking decryption process is still going. It probably won't be done until tomorrow, knowing my luck. But we'll have to see how it goes. But hopefully it won't interrupt us from what we're doing at the moment. And what we're doing at the moment is we're about to do some Rise of the Triad Ludicrous Edition. If you're unaware, I've gotten this game into Awesome Games Done Quick 2026, which is about 54 days away. Can you hear me, by the way? 54 days away. And I've gotten this game in some capacity prior. I got this in as a backup one year. I think it was the same year I did Infinity at GDQ. And yeah, we have it into the marathon proper. So we're gonna try to do a few runs. Hopefully be in a good spot. And we'll see how the week takes us. On Wednesday, we're going to be doing a quote-unquote stumbling through art stream. And that could be anything art-related. It could be music. It could be me learning to try to like properly draw. It could even be me fighting with Blender. We just don't know yet. But we'll find out by Wednesday. I'll think it over tomorrow while I'm working. And since I'll have the day off. I have been pretty busy over the weekend. Some of you may have seen in the behind the scene channel, but for those that are not in the behind the scene channel, I've made a new Minecraft skin. I'm not using the Aleph one anymore. It's a bespoke skin for Minecraft. And you'll see that next dungeon stream, which will be in maybe like a week or so, considering that we still got a couple more hours left in that VC. And by a couple of hours, I mean we've had that VC going for 689 hours. 689 hour VC. We're aiming for 1,000 hours, I need to remind you. And I bet it takes, what, about 4 days? 4 and a little bit days to hit 100 hours. The VC's been going for over a month. Someone has been in that channel in some capacity for the last month. And then, yeah, once we hit 1,000 hours, we'll do some dungeons. So that's actually the only thing preventing me from doing that format. And, oh yeah, there's a video coming out Thursday on the game Liquidator. If you're a supporter of the Fine Quality live stream via Twitch sub or a $5 coffee donation, you have access to that video right now. I've even posted it on the coffee feed as well, so you don't have to go into the Discord if you don't want to go into the Discord. But yeah, that video will be going public Thursday. And with that in mind, I want to say hello to, let's see if this actually works. I had to switch plugins on the Stream Deck because apparently OBS 32 has broken Elgato's Stream Deck plugin. Their words, not mine. I want to say hello to, oh, cool, it worked. I want to say hello to Taxodium and Thren. Hope you're both doing well. And hello to everyone else that is watching. So let me go ahead and get Rott up. I intentionally did not start Rott while I was doing the intro. Hello, Professor Ramses. But yeah, if you do have early access to that video, please let me know what you think about it, because I am definitely asking for input on stuff there. Pika saw it and said it was pretty good. Coffee hasn't been able to watch it. Throat's been kind of fucked at the moment. Has been for about a week. Oh no. Alright, I think we'll move over to the game now, right? Yeah, now. Also, fun fact, this window is the actual, like, the output of my monitor is in 5x4 right now, so that's actually the correct, output. Anyway, this is a speedrunning stream from TBCR Productions, so we're about to find out if you can actually hear this thing, because I think I forgot to save the layout from last stream. We'll find out. But yeah, this is a speedrunning stream, and you're gonna be hearing various noises. Whether I am... Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. Yeah, whether I am ahead, behind, part-time, or... that. That's what I'm referring to. Okay, I need to move 2 buttons real quick because I'm about to cause some very funny behavior by accidentally hitting the stop stream button instead of reset timer. I'm gonna move that over there. And I'll move that up there, and I'll move that right there. And then this button's just gonna be empty. Cool. I put a life split reset button because prior I had to reach over to the keyboard, which is a good 3 or 4 feet away from the desk, and hit the reset button, and that was just not viable. There's not enough space on this desk for me to have 2 keyboards or 3 keyboards. So yeah, I don't want to do that. So I have a button on the Stream Deck. By the way, this movement might be a bit better now, considering the fact that I don't have the hand tracker, like, absolutely throttling the CPU. We'll have to see. Alright. So we're doing Dark War, and let me remind people what ludicrous settings means. These 3 settings are as you see them. So we are now in ludicrous settings. That is the category that the run at GDQ will be on. I bought, yeah, I mentioned last time, I bought the GOG version so I can just carry that one with me instead of the Steam version. So let's get going. Hello, PMC Trilogy. I saw that right as the thing was loading in. You just caught me in the very, very first run of the evening. Like the first attempt. I hope whatever game you were playing was pretty good. And for people that are unaware, I'm TBCR, I am a speedrunner. I am speedrunning this very game at AGDQ coming up in January, which is about 54 days away. To just conceptualize how short of a time frame we are from the actual event. Arcanum? That is true. The CRPG mines are pretty deep. But yeah, I speedrun various FPS games and some weird games, and I also play CRPG-like games such as Megami Tensei. So. Anyway, do need to focus a little bit. I might turn this crosshair off because I don't really need it. Also, hello Hellhounds and Galaxy178. Hope you two are doing well. Chat, I think my timer is fucked. I don't know why, I just have this feeling. But I'm not gonna do anything about it because I'm in the middle of a run.
Outsider.
But yeah, for those unaware, this is Rise of the Triad, specifically the Night Dive remaster of it. This game originally came out on the same day as Marathon, with its shareware release in 1994. December 21st, 1994. And the full registered version, which is what my run's gonna be on, came out in 1995. Alright, I gotta focus on bullshit real quick.
Outsider.
Yep. Let's try that again. Try that again.
Here she is. Here she is.
Oh, got lucky right there. Okay, cool. So I need to not get shot by the guard that shoots the nets because the nets are annoying to get out of, but sometimes when you have the MP40 out, it just lets you get out of it, but we're not lucky at the moment. All right, there we go. Double netted. Oh, please tell me I didn't give me that. That's fine because we became a dog. All right, so I need to do a little bit of jumping. We're just gonna avoid standing on these gads here. This game was originally on the Wolfenstein 3D engine. I am not joking when I say that. You think about Wolfenstein 3D and you're like, how is this on the same engine? I ask that question as well some days. But no, this version's on Kex. Because again, Night Dive.
Here she is.
Yeah, the dog power-up's not in a lot of places. There's also the randomized power-up as well. Alright. Let's see if I can get lucky and not lose all my health right here. And Apex Legends. Apex Legends is also on Source. Alright. Time for elevator music. I have a 1 in 10 chance of getting this. Did not get it. And it's not cumulative. It's 1 in 10 chance every single time I go into an elevator. Alright, so let's thread the needle real quick. There we go. Ooh. This is a pretty sick speed run. The estimate is 45 minutes, and I have about a 3528 for this version. And that's on, I think, yeah, on ludicrous settings. My original settings are also about that time as well. I really like this game. It's a really sick game, and again, it's amazing this game even runs. Like, the DOS version just crashes really easily. Oh, come on. We gotta reset. We gotta reset. I accidentally hit reload, not save. Wah wah. Alright, let's try that again. So, hello, weird proc. Alright. Alright, so we're playing as Ty Barrett. Just to explain why we're doing Ty Barrett. Well, the record uses Ty Barrett, but she has a little bit less speed than Lorelei. But the key difference is she has a little bit more health, and I think that's more important, is having more health to get through sections. Sometimes speed is not the most important thing. You need to have the health to deal with, you know, the damage that you're gonna get on the way. You gotta find a good middle ground character. Oh, I hit a little bit too early on the door. You have to activate the button to open the door a little bit before you get to it. There's a small window of activation that you have when you hit the button, but if you're a little bit too early, the door just won't open, and then you're just standing there. Alright, let me fly a little bit high up to avoid getting shot. Pick up the bulletproof armor, go for the MP40. Hit scan weapons are unlimited ammo, only the rockets have actual finite amounts. Also, this is looking to be another solo TBCR commentary. For those of you unaware, other than one run that I've had, which was Fort Boyard the Challenge, but there was a reason why there was commentary for that. We had multiple fans of Fort Boyard on stage to talk about how much they love the show. But almost all my commentaries are solo. And it's just because I have like auditory processing issues sometimes. On top of the games I already play. And having more than one person commentating it can actually throw me off sometimes. Now, obviously, I have the music and whatnot playing for this game, because this music for this game kicks ass. Probably one of the best DOS game soundtracks.
Here she is.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan of drum corps music. As someone that was in band, like marching band, of course I would love drum corps music. Okay, I gotta be careful here because, yep. All right, let's go for dog mode again. All right, there we go. I made sure to have this view so you could see the doggo's face. For you. All right, I'm hoping to get lucky in episode 4 today. E4A2 specifically, Fire and Brimstone. Oh, that's the intention. That's a Night Dive remaster specific thing. It wasn't in the original version. But it also helps the viewer be able to understand like how much health I have left, so I use this specifically. Like this is this HUD that I chose is specifically like for your convenience. Drop it, you're a dog. You dropped the bone, obviously. Yeah, a lot of the games I tend to like do stuff for is kind of like esoteric sometimes when it comes to like delivering or like telegraphing like health and whatnot. I mean, like it's still like kind of understandable because you can just view most health as like a percentage bar, right? Marathon just has like 3 of them. There's 3 levels of shields, and then originally in this game you had the beans. that would indicate how much health you have. And Ty Barrett doesn't have a lot of beans of health. But that's fine. I didn't save. Well, you get to see what happens when I do this now. All you remember about this game is enemy and Jibs? Yeah. Enemy is not that bad, to be honest. Once you understand how enemy works, which enemy is actually really straightforward as a boss. You'll never spend more than like a minute fighting enemy. Maybe 40 seconds at most, but like, that's at most. Hello, Blaz. And let's see if I can correctly pronounce username, because I know I messed up last time. Mavrinthia. Because I have a speech impediment of, I wouldn't say of the gods, but it sucks having a speech impediment, let's just say that. I'm hoping I'm a fine quality streamer, because I'm kind of trying to build the whole thing around that. Oh, my ears. Alright. But yeah, I hope everyone that is watching right now is having a good evening. Oh, Blaz, you should ask Pika for that video that I sent her. You should watch it. It's a pretty good video, at least in my opinion. All right, let's go for 2. Cool. But yeah, Blaz, you should go watch that video. Obviously after this, but... So I think what I want to do in terms of content creation, I want to try to, like, get a new video out. Not of, like, subjects, but, like, small little plays. I want to do plays videos again, right? Not just, like, the one video a year shit, because... Oh, boy. I would like to release more than one video. So I would like to kind of have... I wouldn't say, like, a super consistent schedule for it, but I would like to regularly post videos of that nature often. Because I do really like editing videos. I don't know if my editing skills are, like, to the point where I could, like, have people commission me for editing, but I like editing. And I had about a 1-week turnaround for about 79 minutes of footage, and it was some densely packed 79 minutes of footage. Coffee was like, oh, you'll probably get this in like 15 minutes worth of footage, and then the video ended up being about double that length.
Here she is.
Yes, the Liquidator gameplay. I use DaVinci Resolve on Linux. Because my main machine is on Linux now. My stream PC is not on Linux at the moment. I would like to move it over to Linux, but there's a couple of issues with that. Mainly, I think it's like Stream Deck plugins, my VTubing app that I use, Rarudo, and Spout. As much as green screen is kind of nice to have as an option, Spout is kind of a thing. And I would also like Warudo to actually get like proper Linux support. There's not really a lot of apps that are supported for VTubing on Linux. Also, thank you to whoever followed. Hope you're having a good evening. I can't see who it was because my dashboard is a bit too high on my 4K monitor above me. But yeah, I do hope you're having a good evening. Hello, McStevlin. Hope you're having a good evening. Ooh. 4K. Yeah, I bought a 4K TV off a friend. Oh, what am I doing? Ooh, did I not flip the switch? I did not flip the switch. All right, there we go. But yeah, I bought a 4K TV off a friend, and it...
Here she is.
I'll say this, the first mount that I had it attached to was not made for it. It bent hilariously, and it made it look like the monitor was about to crush my head. But the one that I have on it now is like actually like made for televisions of that size, so I won't get knocked out by a like 30-pound television hitting me in the head. It's not the first time that's happened, but
Outsider.
don't think about that sentence too much. Skeleton is your favorite character. Skeleton is the MVP of that video. I should have looked to see what enemy was over here before I did that. Okay, I didn't save. Yeah, that's a reset. That's fine. Again, we're trying to get used to it. I am going to at least have one stream out of the week that's going to be for practice. But as a reminder for people, Mondays and Wednesdays now, or whatever the hell I want to stream. Fridays will be Megami Tensei, and then Saturdays will be, well, bonus streams. And this weekend is going to be speedrun requests. So if you have not put in a speedrun request and you would like to do one, you can do !menu to get to a website with all of the options. This includes outfits and runs. Macintosh runs that I do, such as Killing Time and Prime Target. Unfortunately, I will not be able to do it at the moment. I'm having issues with the Macintosh. I upgraded the machine to OS 9, and that G4 Power Mac does not like OS 9 at all. Like, it just crashes. Which is really funny, because the firmware on the system is correct. So I don't know what to tell you regarding that.
Here she is.
Outsider.
Oh, speaking of subs, I need to enable it in just a bit. But I have some discount sub hours.
Here she is.
And I'm going, as soon as I either reset or finish this run, I'll be doing a discount on that. And as a reminder, you can use your sub or gift subs to redeem speedrun requests as well. So if you do like 5 gift subs to someone, you get $25 worth of speedrun requests. So not only do you get a $50 value for like whatever the price. Because I just do a straight $5 a gift sub for speedrun requests. There's a lot of options you have to choose. No, it's the OS. It's the actual like restore medium for that specific model of Power Mac. It just really does not like it. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot it. What I might do is I'll go back to 8.6, and then I'll just buy another ATI Rage card because I have an NVIDIA GeForce 4, I think, in it, or it might be a GeForce 2, and then I will. Just use that. I'm restricted to AGP cards. I can't use PCI graphics cards. I'm restricted to AGP. So it does kind of limit what I can and can't put in the machine.
Over here.
Outsider.
Alright. Also, the reason why I'm doing solo commentary for this is because Rip Chip, unfortunately, will not be able to attend the event. Also, if you're looking for a hotel room and for HEDQ and you have not gotten it yet, I have 2 slots in my room open. I will be at the event late night on the 2nd, 3rd, to the 12th. So if you need a room between that time period, please reach out to me. Because, yeah, I have a room that I'm sharing with my sister, and I would like to have at least 4 people in the room. If you know someone that is staying that length of the event that does not have a room, please have them reach out to me if they are interested. The main thing I have to mention is that we watch bad movies on Thursdays. So, please take that into account. And if you're watching this stream and would also like to watch the bad movies at GDQ, please let me know, and I'll let you know when. All I ask is that you help chip into the food and beverage fund for these bad movie things.
Oh boy.
You might have some form of AGP card rotting in your storage locker. I have another AGP card, but it doesn't like to act nice with the Power Mac. I had like one Windows machine that had an AGP card, but yeah, that's basically the only thing I can use it with. I think it's an ATI card. I might look into the Radeon 9200. I need to double check to make sure that the machine... I think the machine does take those. I have to look into it. The price is kind of also the factor. Because I'm still awaiting my refund for the Amtrak initial refund that we got from them. Not intentional. They accidentally refunded us our initial reservation, and then I had to book the tickets again. The same week as SGD, us going to SGDQ. Very, very stressful, and I haven't got the refund money back from that yet. I'm waiting for that refund so I can also get the 32-button Stream Deck. Because, oh boy, I did not realize until 2 days ago as I was editing, I really need to get one of those. Alright, here we go. Also, thank you to whoever followed just a bit ago. Again, can't see dashboard, but do thank whoever did follow. See, every time I try to go for the enemy right there, Darian shows up. Only 30 seconds. Only 30 seconds. I will not catch that, thank you very much. Why would I catch lead? It's very heavy. You might beam me in the head with it, I don't know. Very good start. Oh, that was a little bit of a oof. That's definite oof. A good start, kind of bad end. Good start, kind of bad end. I think I'll be ready for the event. like fully ready for the event by December. I'm kind of curious as to where they're gonna put me this time, because like Rott isn't like obscure of a game. I'm kind of curious if this might be one of the rare instances where I'm not at like 3 in the morning. I think I've only had like 3 runs ever that I wasn't like doing it in the middle of the night. I know Alcatraz was definitely one of those, because that was like 8 in the morning.
Outsider.
And I know that, I think Chasm was in the morning. I think it was like 6 a.m. Careful. Come on. There we go. Definitely drivers for the 9200 series. I'll probably be able to find that on like Mac Garden, or what is it, Macintosh repository. I know they have like a few files that aren't on Mac Garden.
Here she is.
But more or less, that is kind of like a mirror for Mac Garden content, even though probably the owner of the website would disagree with that statement. There's also the issue of trying to get it onto the system, because when I have the OS 9 installed, if I plug in any USB device that isn't the one that is initially in the system, it bombs. So that's cool. I also just need to get IDE drives working, because it's currently using a SCSI drive that still works.
Here she is.
But it literally, I don't know why SCSI drives, when they're working, sound like scraping metal. But... or maybe that's just my SCSI drive. I don't know. I could do a blue SCSI. I do own a blue SCSI, but it's for my, I bought it for the PC98 that I own, but turns out I can't use that SCSI drive on it. So I was like, okay, maybe when I get my Sharp X68000 back from getting recapped, I can do that. Okay. Just getting them out ahead of time. Oh, one more. There we go. This way I can just get out a lot faster. They're 3 million years old.
Outsider.
Alright. I was thinking about taking my eMac at some point, and since I know it supports it, installing like buying a license for and installing MorphOS on it. I don't use it for anything else, really. I got it as part of like a 2-in-1 bundle with a original model iMac G3 with the tray drive and the actual like active cooling in it. I've been thinking about putting MorphOS on my G4 Mini, but considering that I sometimes have to use that for games that, let's say if I want to submit to a marathon, I kind of need to have a good portable setup.
Outsider.
So I kind of have to keep 10.4 on my Mini. But the EMAC, I don't mind putting Amiga OS or like Morph OS on that.
Outsider.
I really wish I could put like actual Amiga OS 4 on the Mac EMAC, but don't get me started about Amiga OS 4. I was wanting to do a video on that OS, and I bought a license for it, but the problem is I bought it for the A1200, but I tried installing it on a VM, and that didn't work out well. So I either have to buy like one of those fancy pants Amiga 1 systems, or buy a Power PC card, which I'm basically going to be spending about the same amount for either. Which is way too fucking much. I mean, case in point, an Amiga 4000 on eBay right now. You can go onto eBay, try to find an Amiga 4000. It costs about 4,000 bucks. I'm not spending $4,000 on an Amiga 4000. No, thank you. I wouldn't even spend that much on a tower converted 1200. Also, tower converted Amiga 1200 is also very unstable. Like, you can get them to work, but like, I would not trust that. It's way too much money. Oh no, I am very aware. I own 3 Amigas currently. I own a 1200, a 500, and a 600. And the 600 cost me more than the 12 and the 5 together. And that's a recapped one. The 600. But I kind of need the 600 for... if I take games that don't require AGA chipset, it's just a lot smaller and it's easier to carry in luggage. So I kind of had to justify the purchase of it. That was a pretty sick rocket jump right there. Am I that early? Do I have a Pi Storm in my 1200? No, I currently have a Terrible Fire 1260 and a 68060, full 68060 that I bought off eBay for like 70 bucks before, you know, they got hilariously expensive. I know with the Pi Storm I can do stuff like retargetable graphics, which means I could probably play games like Breathless and Genetic Species a little bit better. We still need to finish up Genetic Species on stream. We never actually finished the game. Oh, I can't go past that. All right, we're just gonna go through the wall. Oh, I guess not. Observe. You can do that with that wall. It's a very janky behavior and you can take a death on it, but... yeah, I know you can play it at like a decent frame rate. I mainly just wanted it like a bit better of a resolution. That's the main thing. But yeah, we did almost finish Breathless on stream. I just never, well, you know, finished it. We got stuck on the last level of the game. It is a pretty tough level. I think I either got low on ammo or got low on health, and I basically had to like try to actively avoid all the enemies. And failed miserably. I did kind of determine that Breathless is probably not something I should look in too much for speed running. It's a bit too slow-paced for
Outsider.
my taste. Now, genetic species, on the other hand, I think that game has very high potential as a speed game. The whole body snatching mechanic is like, it's a puzzle game disguised as an FPS. Also, bootleg Gundam. Is one of the enemies in the game. I was able to get a copy of Genetic Species on CD, along with Final Odyssey. I even bought a CD-ROM drive, a Sony Vaio CD-ROM drive for the PCMCIA slot for my 1200 so I could play them, and the 600 because that also has a PCMCIA. It looks like I might need to reset something in a bit. Hold on, I'm gonna go for safety here. There we go. Final Odyssey is also a very slower paced game, but you know, I think it works to that game's favor. A lot of thought you have to put into a lot of things in that. Very neat little game. I think that, yeah, that and the Sparus Legacy, which is a Zelda clone for the Amiga. Games that are kind of slow-paced, but I think it works in the game's favor. I do want to learn some more Amiga games. It's just, well, issue number 1, I'm on Linux. So if I want to move any WHD load installer files over to the Amiga, I got to set up serial transfer at some point, and that is a pain and a half. Because I've tried setting it up prior, and I was not able to get that much leeway. I have gotten the serial cable to communicate with the machine, so that's good. I think there's like a specific StarTech driver I have to get working with it. I think there are Linux versions of StarTech devices, or like the drivers. I have to double check. I wouldn't be surprised if I just have to buy another cable.
Outsider.
Oh, this is a bad spot. Just support it out of the box. Yeah, I have to take another look at in the future. Currently, I don't have any Amiga games that I want to look into too much until we have a definitive date for Shots Fired. Because I was supposed to run Citadella at Shots Fired, but then the organizer of the event got sick. And while they're out, the marathon's kind of on hold for a bit. I think it'll come back. Probably after GDQ. I feel like at this rate, and that's fine. It does kind of mean I have a little bit more time to work on other games. This one. I should have went with the left one. Should have went with the left one. One, two, three. Cool. Sometimes there's a second one right there, and you gotta just do a little bit of an additional rocket fire just to be safe. I don't like it when the enforcer's right here. Good stuff. Also, with that noise, if you heard it, I don't know if you heard it or not, but we're about 5 to 6 minutes out from an ad break. First ad break of the stream. If you want to do with any of the mitigations to get around said ads, exclamation point ad break gives you those listed out. If you don't want to deal with the damn ads and just watch the stream without them. And also get access to some supporter stuff on the Discord. Definitely consider a sub to the Fine Quality live stream. I'm, again, going to try to start doing a bit more in terms of, like, video content. Because I would like to ultimately do content creation as a job. Because I like video editing, again. Hold on. And I have a lot of weird video games that I can do content on. Alright, enemy. Let's go. Alright, so for those that have seen Enemy before, you're probably getting flashbacks to when you played Rott. But Enemy is not that bad, actually. The general gist that you have to just get is that when Enemy sees you, they'll take a snapshot of where you last were and start making that way towards it. If they see you at any point while they're doing that, and they have an all-seeing eye, they'll start moving towards you then. And if they get close enough, they attack. That's the general gist of Enemy. So, with that in mind, you can manipulate enemies' movement. Alright, so that missile missed, but I think we only got to get 2 of these. Yeah, only 2. And that's Enemy. Ta-da! Still not doing bad in terms of estimate. Again, estimate's 45 minutes. And I've been doing pretty good in this game as of recent. I think last time I submitted this, the estimate was like 55. So, like, we've really knocked the time down a considerable bit. Do I run with original Monk Health? No, so the category is ludicrous settings, so I'm doing whatever Night Dive had set as default. I have also submitted that, and I do run with original settings as well. But it doesn't change that much in terms of the time. What's the lore behind this game? Yes. Are we talking about, like, the technical lore or, like, the story lore? We're talking about the story lore. There's a cult led by El Oscuro. You'll see them a little bit later. And they want to destroy the world, and it is up to you, a member of a task force known as Hunt, to go to an island off the coast of California and stop the cult. Ah, we got some bad luck here. All right, that's fine. We can still do it. Oh. Thank you, random enemy. I love doing that. Alright, so we're gonna have to do a rocket jump, unfortunately. Unless we can get over here. Okay, cool. We only have to do the one. If I'm really lucky, I can actually get over there, grab the key, and then get back out before I lose dog mode. And that's basically top shelf gameplay right there, if you can do that. Nice. I need to swap. There we go. I thought I wasn't too close to the end for some reason. If we can get to backfire, then we're only like 5 levels from the end of the game. We're not that far from that. We're about 2 levels from backfire. Yeah, there is, it's just a bunch of sounds he made while in God mode. Alright, cool. Alright, so for this level, we only need dog or God mode. It does not have to be one or the other. It can be either or. I would particularly like to get God mode because there's a cool jump you can do with God mode. But we're getting dog mode. And also, you don't have the elevator music thing in God mode as well. Look at that strafing right there. Very nice strafing. Whoa! Didn't jump well right there. That's fine. Ooh. Did I get it? Okay, cool. Ooh. Over here, jump, hit the switch. Now you notice I intentionally went around that open area because you can get caught in there and soft lock the game. Oh wow. Alright, on the backfire. Need God mode specifically. This is definitely a tripping up point. All right, there we go. Let's try that again. I want to maximize the amount of time I have with God mode. That does not help. All right, cool. It's very loud right now. Good cycle. And hopefully we can get past here with little to no issues. Cool. And I just need to... Oh, do you mind? Now, if I can finish this level with God mode still active, will be the hot shit. I might not be able to because of that. Oh, but we might have God mode going into this level. Not really. Except if you get dog mode. I think dog mode, you can still use the dog mode, at least lunge attack. And you'll definitely have the same height. Alright. Thread the needle. It's fine. Alright, so. Just gotta get these 3. Whole bunch of text on the screen, and then... onto El Oscuro. Alright, 3 levels to the end, including this one. Switch over to the bazooka, and that's mainly for dealing with the monks in this section here. Well,
Here she is.
soon. Alright, swap to this. Bop, 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 bop. Cool. Did not save, but that's fine. Didn't have a monk surprising me as soon as I opened the door as well, so that's pretty good. All right, and there's one monk I want to take out with the rocket, and it's that one. I was a little bit off on doing that, though. That's fine. Pick up this small crystal. Doesn't give you a lot of health. Just enough. And final elevator of the game. Good. All right, so the thing you have to take into consideration with El Oscuro is you do not attack them. You take the pacifist approach. So I'm just gonna be doing a bunch of bobbing and a bunch of weaving. Well, attempt to. Come on. Because I believe where you're at in relation to when they land determines what their attack's going to be. Yeah, so if you're really close up, they do that. And also that. But normally they'll do these other two. And every time they do an attack, they actually take damage. And I believe they regain health if you attack them. And also, yeah, reflect it back. So this is actually the faster way to defeat El Oscuro's first phase. If you could believe it. Whoa. Alright, and then they become a head snake. Yeah. And now it's on to the canyon chase. 2 levels to go. To prep for the last level, we're gonna grab this flame wall, and then we're gonna go grab asbestos armor. This level can be pretty tricky to, like, thread the needle on. Because an optimal route also is very dependent on the monks not getting in your way. And you don't know where they're going to be at sometimes. Alright, that one column there means we're nearing the end. Yeah, that's the thing that surprised me. I think maybe 4 people at most have sped run this. It's really shocking. Like, it's like Marathon and, like, earlier Bungie games. You would think that, like, considering how notable of a company Bungie is, their Macintosh titles would get, or just their earlier pre-Halo titles would get, like, a number of people running them. You know what? I'll take that. Alright, cool. Grab the second one. Grab the key, very important. Got 2. Got 2. Got 2. Can I get the triple? Oh, baby, a triple! That's extremely hard to do, so the fact that I got that is really good. Also, I have to wait here for a little bit, just a little bit. Alright, cool. Alright, so use the flame wall to take out a bunch of these larvae. Cool. And then we'll use the firebomb to take the rest of it out. And then only... Oh, that's not good. Alright, so you only have 2 of these. Oh, sorry, 3 of these. And I'm gonna get these with the the MP40 because I do not trust getting anywhere near that sky texture, because if I hit that sky texture, it is a death. All right, come on. Come on. Thank you. All right, let's go defeat El Oscuro. One more. Ah. Yes! Oh wow, this is gonna be like sub 39:30. Which is not bad. Again, that's only like 4-ish minutes behind world record. So for first full run of the night, not bad. Not bad at all. All right, time stops when we see LS girl on the tombstone. There we go.
Yeah.
And now we see if this is a valid run. Because we're not out of the woods yet. Oh, it's so quiet. I don't have to like... Oh. So peaceful. Also, hello, Mike McMahon and Annalyn. All right, and voila, good stuff. That is a valid run of this game. I highly recommend playing Rise of the Triad. Also, you want to talk about like a category that doesn't have a lot of runs. I'm this game's only runner for Extreme Rise of the Triad. What at the end invalidates it if I don't destroy all the larvae, because what the game does is it spits you back at the beginning of the level. So obviously you got to get the good ending. Yeah. All right, let me take a quick sip of my beverage.
All right.
Ugh. Some good caffeine. All right, let's reset the timer. There we go. I don't have a specialized little box for the timer, considering that it's only for speedrunning streams. I say that knowing that I made a box for dungeons for the timer. It's fine. All right. I have to skip through the credits because I can't get back to the main screen otherwise. Yeah, IP freely. It's a joke. Ian Paul freely. IP freely. Speed slow, health great, accuracy good, name priceless. For everything else, there's... Okay, maybe not MasterCard. Definitely not MasterCard. All right, so another run out on the docket. Yeah, no, Extreme is very fickle, but it's about as fickle as the original game, Kelnan. It's about, cause I mean, it's the same engine, but yeah, it doesn't crash as much as like regular rott. I plan on submitting E-rott at some point. It's not as bad as people say it is. It's actually a pretty fun run. The only like hard part is just the MP40 drop rate is what makes it hard. If I submit erott to anything, it's going to be on ludicrous settings because I think that's a little bit more fun of a run than original erott. I've done it for both though. It's about an hour. The final El Oscuro fight is complete bullshit. Yeah. What I used to do with Civi videos was I would go and like go into the comments and like talk about like various things related to the speedruns. You may see those comments at some points for some of Civi's older videos. I think I put one down for Chasm and for the original Rot. And I think there was like one other game I did a comment for, but yeah. erott is not as bad as people say it is. Like, it's definitely like rot difficulty, but it's still rot. All right, let's get going. Run number 2. We may potentially do a sorry, I clicked out of the window for a second. We're not doing Crazy Man difficulty. Get out of here with that. Hello, Terry J. Pendragon. I hope you're doing well as well. All right.
Here she is.
It feels weird though, me doing this game on Monday. You know, I've been doing marathon on Mondays for like the last couple years. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Marathon Monday was a pretty cool format. But it was also kind of a very limiting format as well, because it was restricted to like 3 games and whatever fan scenarios I hadn't played at the time. Hold on. I'm gonna replace that crosshair real quick. What is it, graphics options? No. Drop rot speedrun because of the game crash on the same level. I would say if you want to try moving to Ludicrous Edition. I sometimes go back to the DOS version, but I think Ludicrous is just a more stable way to play the game, and you can reset the settings. The only things you have to keep in mind is that rocket jumps are a little bit different in how you do them, and the knife is not persistent in between levels, so it does require you to be a bit more careful with your movement and whatnot, and you definitely have to be more alert as to what's going on in the level when you do it. I think, actually, you know what? I'll keep the crosshair, but it's going to be a tiny little dot. And I want to have it the original color, which I think is orange. Okay, we'll have yellow, fine. By the way, if you would like to help with any motion sickness that this game potentially has for you, just stare at the dot.
Here she is. Here she is. Here she is.
But yeah, I would say if you wanna get into speedrunning rot, definitely try Ludicrous Edition.
Up here.
It's not that expensive on Steam or GOG. I bought the GOG version just so I have an extra version of the game to take with me to agdq. You can also use utilities such as extract to basically unzip the installer, because that's all it is. It's just a self-extracting archive.
Here she is.
Outsider.
And basically have a portable install of the game. I will note there's no Discord for the game, but I can definitely help you regarding it. I think like all the runners for the game are on my Discord. Whoop! You forgot to press the funny sub button, eh? Thank you for the primary, thank you for the regular resub. Keldon, 7 months. People like that funny sub button, don't they? They get to hear screaming. Did it actually do the scream?
Over here. Here she is. Here she is.
You heard a scream? Okie doke. Yeah, we gotta... People want to hear the wheels scream, so we gotta have the wheels scream. Speaking of wheels, I'm kind of anticipating me having to do 15 runs of wheels this Saturday because I know for a fact that, hold on, I gotta lock the fuck in. I'm gonna reset on that. I could have just restarted the level, but...
Here she is.
It's all about, you know, the groove and the flow of it.
Here she is. Over here.
Suffer 3 in advance, still Twitch still notifies you. That's understandable. I have been seeing, I was on Blue Sky earlier today when I was taking a break from work, and I was reading Speedrun Blue Sky. And there was a mention about how apparently there's some issues going on with Twitch subs at the moment. So if for some reason you do have a recurring sub on this channel, I would double check to make sure that it's still like active, like for the recurring resub thing.
Here she is.
This is just a PSA. If you were intending on like doing a recurring sub on this channel and it's like active at the moment, make sure that your payment stuff is like still going to let that happen. I have to find the post in particular that I saw. But we can worry about that a little bit later. Right now we got speed gaming. Thank you, Power Toys, for letting me know there was an update for you. Got Priest Forge. Hot. Somehow did not get netted. That is a pretty good stock noise. I found a few stock noise CDs at like a thrift store in my area. In addition to like a thrift store in the DC area. When I went up to DC for ShmookCon 2024 with Spockland. And I bought a bunch of stock sound effect CDs. I'm hoping to use some of those stock noises in the future videos of mine. I'm kind of like debating on.
Over here.
That got me thinking about videos again. I wonder if I did like 2 videos a month. If that would be like a good idea. Have like 1 video that I want to do, and then we have like a supporter requested game. Because I've been really thinking about like just again editing videos. I really like editing videos. And my whole thought process for that stemmed from the conversation about stock noises. I love me some stock noises in video games. Someone suggested I buy it, and then I did buy it. Maybe I should do a video on Will Rock from Saber Interactive. In fact, I actually had to move like the jewel case for it earlier today to move some PC engine things from one end of my living room to the other. It was sitting on top of the stack. If there was like a proper translation for it, I would have done like a video of was it Joseiken Necromancer? Which is the first RPG game for the PC Engine. Never came out for the TurboGrafx. It is, I think, a launch title for the console. Maybe, no, it wasn't, because there was 2 games. I think The Kung Fu was a launch title. It came out not that far after the PC Engine came out in 87. Well, not 87, I think. Oh, was it 87? I think it was 87. What about Painkiller 2025? I don't know. I think one of there's a few like conditions that have to apply with like games that I can do. It has to be something that can run well in Proton, because I'm on Linux for my main machine, or it has to be a console game that. Okay, let's word it like this. If it is a recent title, right, it has to be able to be played in Proton. It can't be a game that I already have planned down the road, so basically any Megami Tensei games are restricted solely to the playthrough series. But you can pick other Atlas titles, I'll say that.
Yeah.
I know, but yeah, if it's a newer title, it has to work in Proton on Linux, because I do not have a Windows partition, and I would really like to not drag my gaming laptop that, let's be honest, is kind of underpowered, even though it has a 3060 in it. It's a 3060 mobile. I mean, Saber does some okay stuff, but they're definitely, you know, kind of like contract developers at this point. Because, you know, Master Chief Collection and whatnot. Quake Champions was okay. I still prefer Quake 3 Arena and Quake Live over Quake Champions, but it's okay. You know a video, a game I would really like to do, even though I played it to death offline? Bravo Critivi for the Amiga. I would really love to do a video on that. That game is so goddamn jank. You have no idea. It's the only game for the Amiga that is FPS, fighting, and top-down driving in the same thing. A multi-genre video game. It also goes for very high prices for the Amiga. In fact, I think it's like $1,000. Please don't have me spend $1,000 on an Amiga game. All right, I made a boo-boo, but we're gonna deal with this. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very familiar with, like, spending a considerable amount of money to buy video games. Case in point, Get to Megami Tensei. A game I've been alluding to over and over again. That we'll be getting to it. It won't be on the stream. I will be playing it for you, the viewer, but it will not be on Twitch. Yeah, well, Telenet Digital Devil Story did not cost as much as, like, Get to Megami Tensei. It cost about, like, a fourth of it. A fourth to about a half. Okay, we'll say third to be safe. You fucking kidding me? All right, hold on. Yeah, I did have to buy a Sharp X1, but here's the nice thing. I can buy other games for the Sharp X1, like, what is it? Phantasm Soldier Valis? There's some Urusei Yatsura games I can buy for it. Super Mario Brothers Special? If I can ever find a copy of it. There is a Mario Brothers game for the X1. I also have those PC 98 and 88s that I can buy games for, and the X68000, but it's 3.5-inch floppies though. Because I have the compact, what is it, compact 16 specifically. I had to get a recap because of sound issues. It booted.
Outsider.
Well, it booted as much as you can without the floppy in it because, like the X1, it doesn't have like an actual OS or like a basic environment, so you have to have a boot floppy to really do anything with it. Luckily, the OS was made public domain by Sharp and Hudson Soft in the 90s, and late 90s, early 2000s. Because, yeah, for those unaware, back in the 80s and 90s, Hudson Soft made OSs for Sharp. They did really everything, didn't they? They did the PC Engine, they did the follow-up to that, they did, which was the PC FX. You know, they were a third-party developer for Nintendo for a good bit. And then they were, like, making games, or, like, managing the PC Engine on top of also, like, making and releasing games for the Super Famicom. And I think also the Genesis. There is a Hudson Soft game for the Amiga, which is BC Kid, also known as Bonk's Adventure. Which is a game I would like to actually, like, do a video on, specifically for the Amiga version, but again, the serial issue I'm having is kind of giving me issues with that.
Over here.
Because that version is free to download, so... I also want to get a copy of Bonk's Adventure for the PC Engine because although Red Company is the main developer of the game, Atlas also provided some development support on the game, enough to the point where they got their own copyright on the, like, cue card for it. Dare I say, I think Bonk's Adventure might actually be a interesting little speed game for the Amiga version, which seems to be pretty faithful to the original game, even though it has less audio channels than the original. 4 instead of 6. Wow. Come on. By the way, after this run specifically, we're going to be taking an intermission, because we'll be about at that time when we get to that. That intermission will be 7 minutes, because I want to have a little bit of time to go to the restroom, so. Please also take that time to get up and go stretch and whatnot. Go walk your... I'm trying to think of an animal I haven't said yet. Snake? Yeah, go walk your snake. Someone here has to have a snake for a pet, right? We'll take that time to go to bed. It's also a pretty good option as well. Sleep's pretty good. I wouldn't know about it, though. I have the worst sleep schedule imaginable. When I did my Alcatraz run, I was on 3 hours of sleep, and I think I told Amerlin, who was like the producer for that run, I'm gonna go walk like a 5K, and then I did it. Ah, damn it. Please tell me I saved. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do it. We're gonna have worst case scenario run somehow, so let this be the example. I also kind of did not like that original go-through. Again, estimate is 45 minutes. As long as I'm under 45 minutes, I care less what happens in the run. This will only tack on like an extra minute at most. Okay, I do have to slow down a little bit. Oh no, I defeated the red dwarf reference. I can't believe I defeated the red dwarf reference.
Yeah.
Alright, now we saved. Well, that was a waste of a rocket. Of course, I'm firing that under the assumption that there's going to be an enemy that I need to deal with. So, I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Okay, I'm a little bit too early. That's what that tells me. I guess I'm not picking up health. Alright. I can pick up some health in a bit. I need to keep that one rocket on hand. Oh, there we go. All right, into the hallway of incredible length. Very nice. Decent. Cannot sneak into there, that's fine. Just go around like this. sneak through that column right there. All right, on the down and over. Whoop. That was weird. Alright. I need to be careful. Just a tad. Alright, there we go. Now I don't have to worry. Okay. As a reminder, this is a fine quality live stream for November 10th and 11th, 2025, Rise of the Triad Ludicrous Edition practice for agdq2026. We'll find out what day I'm doing this on for the event on Monday, specifically. I'm gonna guess it'll be Monday or Tuesday. The big debate question is it gonna be early in the morning or sometime in the afternoon? I'll be absolutely shocked if they put this near like prime time on like FBS block. I'll be shocked. Hello, Matrix.
Die.
Oh no! Hold on, I have to take it. I have to waste time a bit. All right, that's good enough. Gotta be careful with the doors. If I get caught in a door as it is closing, I will be stuck. That's like the big problem with this game in general, is that, yeah, if you get caught in a door as it's closing, you're stuck in it. You won't be able to get out. All right.
Outsider.
Ah, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, not terrible setup right there. Could have been worse. This could have been worse. Very nice jump with the dog right there, skipping 2 of the 3. Also, as a reminder for people for this week, so Friday, well, Thursday I'm going to be working on some stuff in the background offline, and I have all day to do it. Friday, I will be probably live a few hours earlier, hopefully. Maybe like 8 p.m. instead of 10 from Megami Tensei, because I am off. Yeah, Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday, I'm also off. I worked a weekend, this most recent weekend, and to make up for the fact that I did not stream at all on either of those days, you're at least going to get a little bit longer stream on Friday and definitely the Saturday stream. So yeah, if you want to force me to do any particular speedrun of your choice, definitely make sure you get in those speedrun requests prior to, I would say the lock-in for that stream is this Friday. You have until probably segment 3 of that stream, because I'll definitely be going for at least 6 hours. Just for reference, we're in segment 1 right now. Segments are 2 hours in length. That's fine.
Outsider.
Hey, how you doing? Alright, cool. Let's go do this section. Hopefully we don't get screwed over by the enforcers. There is that one, and that one. Reminder, they can still throw grenades at me, and that is not good. Stay on this nice health for a bit. All right, we're done. There is an enforcer behind somewhere. Right there. I'm gonna wait till they get hit before I start moving. Alright. Fire. And I have just enough health and enough rockets that I can just go straight for the end. Alright, very nice. I need at least 3 rockets for the end section, and I have 5, so we're just gonna heat up this right here. Gonna lock in that with a save. Alright, go for the firebomb. Get this. Go right here. I got 8 hits on it. Where are you, you bastard? There you are. Very nice. Hi.
Yeah.
26 in. I think we'll still be underestimate. I think we will still be underestimate. Now the question, I think the big question is, can we get a sub 40? I'm not sure on that. Be nice if I can. I had to get lucky with these next 2 random power-ups that I have to do and not get netted. That's not good. Oh. Nope. There we go. What would also really help is if I can get through this section without getting caught on that one part too long. Yes! Oh, baby! Chat, that was fucking sick. It's always sick when you can do that without getting stuck. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask someone to clip that. I wanna rewatch that. That's a good fucking like moment. At least in terms of like just speed running this. And doing the dog thing right there where I can, you know, get the key, get out. Oh, come on. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, on to crushing defeat. Now, this is mostly just cruise control for the most part. I think like the most difficult section is like right here when you're leaving and the monk blocks the way. And then the ending like actual part to level. Other than that, pretty straightforward small little level. Alright, reminder, dog or god mode could be either or. Oh yeah, let's go. I like this mode more because although you do have to deal with the bouncing platforms, you don't have to deal with the elevator music and sick god mode jump. It's like one of the few last vestiges of like the original DOS version rocket jumping. Okay. Little bit of bad luck on that movement, but that's fine. Yeah, that'll still work. I'm just saving here in case I take a death. And I didn't. Alright, God mode. No, that's not it. No. Yeah. That's for later. Very nice strafing right there. Some reason I didn't get stuck there. That's pretty good. Ooh. Moving through it. I honestly thought I was gonna get like a boulder run straight into me and I was just gonna go flying back to the beginning of that area. Unironically. Thought I was gonna have a bad time. Alright, 4 levels to go. Final regular level of the game. Do you wanna? Well, maybe I don't need to get the other dark staff. I think this one will be fine. That's fine. That's not fine. And I had to do that because of the fact that I didn't have an MP40 on spawn. Again, we're nearing the end, and as long as I'm under 45 minutes, like, stuff like this will happen. I can't get too worked up over it. I definitely gotta, like, adapt to whatever happens. And I think, to be honest, this is probably the best situation that I could have had happen tonight. Because we had 2 bad case scenarios and a worst case scenario, at least with this one. So yeah, I can't like get too worked over it. This just means we'll be extra better at it when we get to the event in about what, 6-7 weeks. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna definitely quick save. I always feel like I can make that in one cycle. I probably can't, and I'm just being very wishful thinking, but... Would it be sick if I could? Be very sick. It'd also save like a couple seconds if I could do that. Since I didn't fire it, like the shot didn't fly out of the... Uh-oh, that's bad. Actually, hold on. I need to deal with this. There's reasons behind that.
Here she is.
Remember the EKG cheat back in the DOS version that let you, like, generate a... I think it's EKG. That just let you generate, like, an enormous amount of gore flying out of, like, enemies. Like, we're talking comical amounts. And it would, like, bring a system to its knees. Like the 386 or 486 that you played the game on back in the day. I need to go for some safety health. Hold on. There we go. Only once. I was expecting it to do it twice. Final elevator, and of course I get it. All right. Oh, and it just starts. Okay, that's not good. Because as you saw, El Oscuro was chasing me. All right, hold on. Hi there. Yeah? No, don't fire that. It's gotta be at like an acceptable distance I can be. To like reliably just have them go immediately down as soon as you like... Come on. Turn into the head snake, come on. There we go.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, second to last level. Once again, as a reminder, we'll be taking an intermission. Unfortunately, it didn't line up with the ad break, but we'll be taking an intermission after this. Ad's coming up in a minute and a half. I was able to see that just then. All right, let's switch from that so I don't accidentally fire it. All right, decent pace.
Yeah.
Didn't get caught up too much. Let's see how lucky we can get here. Oh, very unlucky. So if I can get this. Very, very unlucky. All right, on to number 2. Still got some time on that armor. All right, I think we're nice and good. So we're gonna head back over here. Nice eyeballs. All right, there we go. Swap that out. Let me go for the health real quick. All right, yeah. Because even though I have asbestos armor, the monks can still deal damage to me with their blasts. It just dampers most of your damage. Right, and now float down. Yep. 3, 4. Wow, we got that really good. All right, I do have to kind of hang out here, though, because I'm not going to have enough of the stuff to really... I did not pick up a new one. It did take it, but it's going to run out in a bit. That's a bug in the game. Specifically this version of the game. This might be a 3-hit. No! Alright, cool. Now we're gonna quickly... well, I guess we're not gonna go flying up. Oh no, we'll just simply do this. Yeah, that'll go flying. Want to check real quick, make sure. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yep, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh. Sub 42. Not bad. With worst case scenarios. Yeah, not bad. Oh. So yeah, as you can see, it's a very peaceful and serene area right here. Nothing loud going on. You can hear a pin drop in this room. I swear, you can absolutely hear a pin drop. So anyway. All right. I love that bit. That's a good bit. Hey. We did it. All right. Another successful run down. And only 3 minutes under the estimate. That was worst case scenario. I want to point that out. That is worst case scenario right there. You have to redo basically 2 whole levels. A boss level and then near the end of the game.
Alright.
So not bad. Let's get this back to the main menu real quick. And then we will go take our break. All right. And I'm just gonna put this in the options menu. And with that in mind, I moved my stuff around. Here it is. We're gonna take that just a short 5-minute intermission. And when I be back, I'll be back with more Rise at the Triad. Thanks for streaming. Gonna go to bed. Some good dreams for you. Or wishing some good dreams for you. Hope to see you next time. Definitely have a good night. And for everyone else, yeah, we'll be back in... Let me grab my mouse. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more of a fine quality live stream from TBCR Productions. So, join us in a bit, won't you? I know I will. Welcome back. I just got back. Taking a look at my phone for some things ahead of time. I do have to be up at about 7. Not 7, 8. So we're not gonna go terribly long. Because you know, I have weird hours with my day job. It's 10 a.m. to 7. And since I'm not going to be in the office on Thursday, I have to debate whether or not I'm doing it on Wednesday or, well, today. But I'll be thinking about that while we're doing the rest of the stream, or maybe even after it as I'm lying in bed. Let's be honest, I'll probably fall asleep on the couch tonight. But I'll be thinking about that for a bit. I've also been thinking about that statement I was from earlier regarding, like, how many videos should I like release a month, and whatnot. I would preferably I would like to do one a week, but that might be too much of a turnaround time, or too many videos a month. I don't know. There is a feedback channel if you'd like to, on the Discord, if you'd like to drop any feedback regarding anything discussed on stream. Oh yeah, and I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on since I have to update my stream machine to 24H2 after this. This is the only Windows machine other than my one laptop that I have to use to just move stuff over. Let me rephrase this. Windows 11 specific, because I have a Windows XP laptop and I have a bunch of Windows like 98 machines. Windows 11, because my game PC's on Linux, but I have to keep the stream PC on Windows, unfortunately. I have to update it to 24H2, but I had to turn off BitLocker before I do this because of the fact that I don't want to update to 24H2 and then find out I can't get into my Windows partition. So I'm just turning it off and then upgrading the system. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, we're back with segment 2. This is probably going to be the last segment of the stream. When you hear the second ad break in the stretch, we'll just keep going a little bit. And then we'll end that segment off. But I think we have enough time to get maybe 2 more full runs out of the way. And then I think we'll be good for the evening. I think 4 full runs is a good thing to kind of work for, you know. So with that in mind, oh yeah, also if you haven't seen the new outfit, here's the new outfit. It kind of evokes the prior era outfit, but I kind of like this look a lot, in my opinion. I like it. Well, I mean, I hope so. I made the damn outfit, but you know. Anyway, I guess we're gonna do some more runs. So let me just click back into the window here, and then we're gonna hit the button. Yeah. I had some ideas on how to improve that BRB screen. I just don't know what to do at the moment. Anyway, let's go do some more runs. Put my mouse out of the way. Reset run. And also, I am proud to announce we have had no frame drops at all this stream. Not a damn one. So far as of this moment of me saying that sentence. Yeah, who knew in order to make frame drops stop happening, I just had to spend like $220 on a used processor that literally came to me wrapped in high tens. I am not fucking joking. They put the processor in paper towels, and then put the paper towels in between two like aluminum pie tins and then they put those in the box that the processor came with, in addition to the stock cooler, which I didn't put on the thing because why would I do that? I would like to replace this the cooler that's in the machine at the moment with a bit better one. I don't know if I want to go back with an AIO cooler because I've kind of been burned 3 times now with AIO coolers. I've bought 2 this year and they have both failed on me. Oh, yeah. Well, I've bought 2 within the time frame of the pandemic and they have both failed on me. And afterwards. During and post-pandemic, we'll call it that, because it's endemic at this point.
Here she is.
Regardless, I've bought 2 AI coolers within the past 5 years, and they've both died on me. And one of them died within 6 months of buying it. This year. If you can believe it. I took a fan when I went to go put the processor in for this this i9 12900F. I took a fan off of an old like late 2000s, early 2010s computer that I have a case for. And I put that in the front of the case for the stream PC, so it has 3 fans blowing into the machine. No fans on the top, 1 on the back, and then you have the fans on the air cooler heatsink. That should be decent thermals, right? I could probably put some more fans. I have some, what am I doing? But yeah, I can probably put some more fans in. I have 2 fans from the AIO cooler that I might be able to fit on the top of it. That might be a bit overkill, though. I don't know. The game machine definitely needs a little bit better cooling setup. Not by too much, but I definitely need to get a bit more airflow going. A bit better airflow going. Right. Ty's not looking too hot right there. Oh boy. We got a little bit right. Yeah, she got a little bit right there. Ian also did as well. Alright, I got Goomba stomped right there. That's actually good. That's a term I just used to describe when the enemy, like, you land, like, immediately below an enemy and then get, basically, sent back down a little bit faster. It's like the appropriate term I could use to describe it. Alright, so we're in a little bit of a bad spot, but that's okay. So good. But yeah, I think at minimum I'd like to do 2 videos a month. At least in terms of like the gameplay videos. Because it gets me something to work on when I'm not working on any longer form content.
Yeah.
Which I have 2 videos for at the moment. One is obviously the trip to Charlotte, North Carolina. To go to the Micro Center. And the caveat was I took the Piedmont, which is the North Carolina, like, state-owned train that's operated by Amtrak. Which, by the way, they're slated to get a new cafe car. Either end of this year or early next year.
Outsider.
That's pretty good. They may also be potentially replacing the train sets with new Siemens train sets. Because the trains that the state of North Carolina currently owns for the Piedmont are... Well, the trains themselves aren't that particularly old, but the cars that the train uses definitely are. What am I doing? If you live in North Carolina, near the Research Triangle, and you are wanting to try the train, definitely take a trip to Charlotte one day on the Piedmont. It's only about 3 hours. It goes by faster than you think. And that's about how long it would take to get to Charlotte by car from the RTP. So, like, for like $26, it's actually a bit cheaper than, like, driving. Now, obviously, the caveat is you're starting, your end destination in Charlotte is kind of near the industrial district, but, you know, that's fine. There's a rail line, light rail line, not that far away. It is about a 20-minute walk, but, like, it's not that far away from the Amtrak station. And if you do, like a 6 a.m. train, you can take the 5 p.m., get back to the RTP around 8. Literally take a day trip, which is what I did. I took a day trip. And then obviously the big video is the agdq series, which is like 5 videos. Which I kind of underestimated how much footage I would have. There's also this fun thing with like certain, I have to take the raw images for like certain things that I took photos of and kind of do like a decent conversion of them because the resolution is very big and not 16 by 9.
Here she is.
I think it unironically is like 5 by 3 or 5 by 4 ratio resolution. So I have to like consider, okay, well, what parts of these photos do I actually want to include in the
Over here.
the content, right? I don't think you can use raw photos in Da Vinci. If that is actually the case where you can do that, please let me know. Where the fuck were they? I didn't see them. Fascinating. Alright, let's do the final part of this level. Hopefully there isn't a... Alright, that's pretty bad. Because now I'm gonna have to stun lock the, Gonna have to stun lock the Enforcer. Which luckily, as I'm playing on lowest difficulty, you can do on higher difficulties. Like Crazy Man. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
And by good luck with that, you're not doing it.
Outsider.
Oh, don't want that. Do not want firebomb. Just had to make sure I didn't get gimmied just then. Alright, cool. Look down. Cool. Jump across. Open door. Very nice. So yeah, I think tomorrow evening I might go ahead and like record some game footage. The question is, what game am I going to do, and am I gonna do it solo? Because the last couple of like place videos have had coffee as like a co-commentator for them. But sometimes coffee won't be available, so I would like to do some that is just me.
Outsider.
We'll have to figure out what I have. All right, chat. Let's do some audience participation time. I want you to put in chat how many times you think it's gonna have to be of me reloading my save before I get God mode in a bit. 8. I hope not. 3. That's a bit more reasonable. 8 is probably like on the super high end.
Here she is.
Well, let's find out. 1, 2. Mike McMahon got it on the nose. Okay. I'm so glad I was not in the middle of that door. That would have been a soft lock right there, because there's no enemies. Not a single enemy. Alright, I'm a little bit too fast. I do have to kill a little bit of time right here. Or maybe just wait right here. Alright, let's go. That's a really good pace so far. Very good pace. Only the one. Meaning I don't have to swap to another rocket. Was that a nice bit of health, but I had to move from it. sad. That was what I was trying to do earlier, was trying to like strafe to pick up the hot porridge. Didn't work out. Alright, so we're gonna pick this up. Careful. Alright, let's do this jump. Yeah, alright, now let's see if I got the timing nice and good. Oh, I got it very good. To the point where I can pick up a new rocket launcher. I don't normally pick that up at the end of the level because it's just a little bit faster to just go and, you know, finish the level. So yeah, pretty good. And also, this level's been going pretty okay so far. I'm not gonna say great. It's okay. I even got the extra life! And the table! What, next you're gonna tell me I'm gonna do this door section flawlessly? Yeah, it was too good to be true. All right, dead in 5 seconds. And the nice thing is I don't have to go for the rocket, so I can just do this part. Just the one guard. That's fine. I don't even need to, like, heat up the porridge. Alright, undeclaring present dangers. Just the one. Why did you just the one? Pretty good. That's fine. We got out the door. That's not fine, but it's okay. Got lucky there. Oh, I did the thing that I've always tried to do and never usually do it, which is the double barrel climb on the one jump. One jump sequence. That is harder than you think. Yes! Yes! Triple blade skip. I know you're looking at this being like, dude, that was impressive. Yes. You don't understand like how annoying those like particular sections are in terms of like running the game. The fact that I got through that with like little to no pain is, oh, so nice. Speaking of pain, that's why the pain went from that level to this level. Watch, there's gonna be an enforcer behind this door. Maybe not there. Oh no. I forgot to save. That's what I get. Please let me get this. Thank you. Ah, not this time. Not this time. Alright, so we do get rid of the enemies here in case... we have that happen. Where the enforcer pops up. Alright, so we're at 4 rockets. I want to switch to this in case there is an enforcer. Or 2. It's 3 heat seekers. So I want to plan ahead in case there's double enforcers, which can happen. Gotta be on the ball. I'll get that on the way back. Also, I like that environmental storytelling right there. With the one dead guard indicate that there was the turrets up ahead. That's some good environmental storytelling. Should squish them. That's not good, but we'll have to play it out. And I will have to go for the health over here. Alright, pretty good. Can my stomach stop growling? I literally had cereal before I started the stream. Alright. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, now we're gonna go grab this. And then grab this, and then hopefully we get a good enemy. Five hits. However, since they did not get stopped, I think I got all 10 rockets in on enemy. Yes, I did. That's how you can tell. Very lucky enemy. Not fast enough to catch up, but it was only 5 seconds time difference. Carefully move over to here. Open the door. Go through. Okay. By the way, wiggling the mouse left and right doesn't really get you out faster. It's time-based. For the most part. It's just to get you something to do while you're, waiting. Come on, let's get lucky again. I don't know why I did that, but let's get lucky again. Come on. Let me just jump through it. Let me just jump through it. Jump through it. Jump through it. Fuck! Oh my god. Just go through the fucking door. Yeah, we're not making it. Worst case scenario would have been I did not have the health to get in or out of here. I have 3 rockets, and I have exactly 2 enemies I need to deal with prior. Not bad. Not bad at all. That ending. Most of that level was kind of but that ending, not bad. Yeah, I think we'll be ready for... I think we'll be ready for agdq. Alright, on the diamonds and rust. Reminder, dog or God mode. We got God mode. That's a loud door. Just like that door in, well... Maybe I shouldn't spoil too much about the Liquidator video if you haven't seen it yet. And if really, you only see it if you're a supporter currently, but like on Thursday, you'll see what I mean by loud door. There's a loud door. That's why. Alright, okay. I gotta be careful. And we were able to get through. God mode specifically. First try? No. That would have been so great if it was first try. That is not randomized. I need to heavily stress. That is just a very fast cycle of 4 items. It is not randomized in any way, shape, or form. I think it is unironically like dog, shroom, God, bounce. I think that is the order, or bounce and shroom might be like flipped around, but I think it's in that order. I have to double check the source code for the game. But yeah, it's not random. Oof. I should have picked up that health, but all right. All right, fourth to last level. Save. I need to make sure on Backfire I make a hard explicit save. Any level where I have actual, like, randomized power-ups that I actually have to rely on, I need to make explicit saves during the run. Also, save right there. Me doing that without saving is out of my goddamn mind. Haha, funny amount of text on screen. Alright, LS Giro time, let's get going. I need to make an edit of the Weezer album cover with just 4 enemies from this game. Because sometimes they stand like they're in the Weezer, like, blue album cover art. I have an edit of the back of that album cover with the Pikmin. I took so fucking long to make that. That would be a pretty funny, like, go live, picture. Okay, final elevator of the game. It's always funny if I get elevator music on the last one. That's fine if I have LS Giro taking a bit. I think I accidentally... Okay, I didn't pick it up. Come on. Cool. Didn't want them to send ahead. You want them to do these 2 specific attacks because they're the fastest one that they can do. While the vampiric attack and the head do the most amount of quote-unquote damage, these 2 are a lot faster for LS Giro to do, so it's just generally the best idea. Yeah, see, we're all done. Yeah. I don't know why I picked that up, considering I immediately switch it out with the asbestos. Hold on, I will actually have to pick up health here. I think that's ideally. I could also go for that healing basin. This level is, I'm gonna be honest with you, during the run, this is probably gonna be the big donation read section. Just rapid fire. There's not a lot of these levels in this game. This game is mostly like, you know, action, but that's like the only level I could like say is quote unquote downtime. Even though there's important things going on. That was a waste. Don't know how the hell I didn't get the end one, but alright. All right, on the number 2. Grab the key. Before I do anything else, gotta grab that damn key. Oh, baby, a triple! Alright, and I have to wait again. There's technically a armor that I can go for in this area, but it's a little bit unsafe. See, it's right there. It's a little bit unsafe. Even for, like, record runs, it's very unsafe. I think wildly aiming in that section is just not worth it. Yeah, it's not worth it. What the fuck? We already got all of them. Okay. I guess I still have to wait. That's the problem. And I know what you're gonna be like, oh, Teams, you can just go ahead and just go for LSQ. No, 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 no. You don't do that with that amount of asbestos left. You just do not do that. Ask me how I know that. Sub 39, baby! May even be sub 3830. Yeah, maybe sub 3830. Yeah. 3 down. And also, yes, we have about enough time for one more run. So anyway, as I was saying, it's very peaceful, very quiet in this room. You can hear a pin drop. You know, sometimes I've rocked, you know, I had to babysit a kid and I had to rock them to sleep in this room. It's very easy to do. The babies slept peacefully in that room. Absolutely peaceful. See, the funny thing is, I don't know how... I don't know how actually loud that is. I'm gonna have to go back, like, later and, like, listen to the stream. It's probably just gonna be me yelling, like, very loudly over a very quiet game. I just don't know. It's extremely loud for me, though. That's why I'm doing that. All right. It's quite loud and you're at 1%. Would you find it funny if I told you that I have the game at negative 10 decibels? Hold on. Let's see if I can edit the volume on the Linux machine. I'll put it at yeah. Yeah. In fact, I'll prove this to you. There'll be the few times I actually show anything on the actual stream PC, but oh, do I have it set to where I can't capture OBS? Hold on. Settings. Is this in advanced? I think it's in advanced. They have a setting in OBS where you can't, like, capture OBS. No! Okay, it's screen capture. All right, hold on. Remove that. And then we're gonna add screen capture. God, this is gonna be a fucking nightmare to try to like do. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a nightmare to do. But I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. Let's see. Fit to screen. Yeah. Holy shit. Okay, so bad news? I can't crop it normally. That's fascinating. All right, give me one quick second. Huh. Hold on. I can't select anything. All right, I have to like, okay. I don't know what to tell you. I can't modify the OBS scene. It's not letting me modify OBS. Oh, you know why? I locked preview. I locked preview. That's why. All right, let me try this again. A little bit more. A little bit more. All right, so I have it set as audio capture 3, right? That's the game right now. -10. I would never joke about that. I have that set for all my PC games. It's just rott's very loud. So I've lowered the system volume to 75 just to see if that fixes anything. We do have an ad break that's going to start during the last run. Also, I would like to report we've only had in the last, like, hold on. The last hour, 14 frames dropped the entire stream. That's a new record. Wow, again, spending $200 on an i9 processor really improves your performance. Anyway, how's the volume now? Is it too quiet? Wouldn't surprise me, this is a big balancing act. All right, final run. It'd be really funny if, like, the core game is, like, extremely quiet, but, like, the ending cutscene is, like, normal volume now. Okay. I was like, did I remember to get rid of the audio meter off the screen? Yes, I did.
Here she is.
Okay. Good, nice strafing. Head on down. On to Burning Amazed. Did that enemy just pop out of nowhere? Hold on. Whoa. I swear I just saw an enemy, like, phase into existence. It's one of those blink and you miss it type of things. I hope I didn't get gimmied just then. I didn't. I'm gonna go for safety health. Probably should have used the rocket there to get more health out of it. It's fine. As long as I don't pick up shrooms mode right there. That would have been pretty bad if I got netted on the fire. Because that would have been almost 100% a death. Like 100% would be a death. I didn't jump in time, that's fine. So anyway, just a reminder for people if you're joining in the second segment of the stream, so tomorrow, yeah, because it's literally Tuesday. Tomorrow we're gonna be stumbling through some art, which is a format I had prior to 2020, and then very, very seldomly during, you know, fun times. But we're gonna bring it back in an effort to be a bit more productive in terms of like art things. But it could be music, it could be me trying to learn 3D modeling, it could even be me trying to learn to draw. It could be any of those. And I'll figure out which one it's gonna be later today. But it'll be a surprise for you. I will note, if we do music, I think the attempt will be to try to write an entire piece before, not like audio mixed or whatnot, but like, or mastered, but at least try to like come up with a music thing. And I will note, whatever piece of music I do come up with during that stream will be released as Creative Commons. If I do music. Again, could be any of them. Any of those three categories. It will not be editing videos. I do feel like some of that should be a surprise to the viewer. I don't even like give the up until I post the early access for supporters, they only get like maybe like a quarter to half the video. So like the second half of the video is still going to be a surprise to them.
Don't shoot.
Which again, that video will go live on Thursday. I like it when you turn the guards into skeletons and they make the xylophone noise. That's a really good touch. Like a very good touch.
Outsider.
Over here.
Die.
And if you were thinking that the bosses would be affected by the flame wall, I have some terrible news for you. They are not. Not by much. Is that 10 or 18? Can someone confirm that? I think it says 18, but I can't. The preview window is kind of small because the window that OBS is on is 1080 by 1920. It's a portrait setup, and it's only that for like space reasons. Also, that dog is walking on its hind legs. Had I not gotten caught by that fire, I probably could have been able to get over there rather easy. Oh well. Alright, very nice. Grab the key. Get the health. Head down. Carefully thread the needle. Okay. Room shouldn't be that bad. I have just only now realized I have my stream PC's mouse, like, still sitting here. I'm gonna do, like, one sharp turn to the left, and I'm just gonna collide with it, so I quickly moved it out of the way. Didn't time that right. Come on. Terrible timing all around right there. But that's okay. Sometimes that just happens. Do not let making mistakes in speedrunning get to you too much. I know sometimes I'm a little bit frustrated, but that's just because I know I can do better on certain sections. But, like, never let mistakes get to you too much. Definitely get up and take a break if need be. These games, like the games that you speedrun, and the action of speedrunning is just a game of memorization and repetition. And sometimes improvisation. This run has a lot of improvisation. I think that's a thing about, like, a lot of speed games that I run. I like games that have a bit of an improvised element to them. You know? It's not, like, one-to-one perfect all the time in terms of how you have to do something. There's always a bit of, like, some wild variable that makes you have to think on your toes. I think that's what makes a good TBCR speedrun, to be honest. The unpredictability in some aspects. Like, Tetris is actually a good example, because I do speedrun a Tetris game, Magical Tetris Challenge for the N64. The whole randomness with the pieces and whatnot. Alcatraz is also a good example because you can't tell if the game's actually gonna, like, properly function or not. So there's the randomness in that aspect.
Here she is. Over here.
Alright, oh, that's a bit unfortunate. I'm probably gonna get netted immediately. No, I didn't. No, don't want that. Okay. That was some good improv right there. Again, improvisation. Alright, so let's see how this back half plays out. I'm kind of dreading here. Does help to wait just a tad, but that fucking enemy got in the way, so now I'm gonna have to, like... Oh, I can't say I can take damage and, like, heal, because that's not happening.
Outsider.
I had the bulletproof armor. I was kind of doomed from the outset. That's fine. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, cool, we got out of it. Remember when I said if you got stuck in a door as it was closing, you would be stuck in it? Luckily, I was able to get out of that.
Over here.
Because I wasn't firmly in the middle. But if you're firmly in the middle, you're stuck. Come on. Come on. I have to do this, by the way. This is the way you quick kill the boss. That's the worst part about that. You have to do that. Okay. That would have been really bad. That would have been extremely bad. This might be the best situation. Yeah. Oh, right here. All right, now we have full stack of rocket. Not that much of a time loss. I was expecting more, to be honest. Unironically, was expecting like 2 minutes. I feel like we can catch up. Didn't get caught there. Very improvised what I just did there. Extremely improvised. If it wasn't for the fact that that's the only time I'm going to that area, I wouldn't have done that. And hey, it's I would say it saves a rocket, but it doesn't really, does it? Doesn't really save a rocket. That could have been done a lot better. And go through. Yeah. All right, let's head into down and over. A little bit of a boost from that enforcer grenade. Just a tiny one. Tiniest to boost. Okay, let's see how well we can do this section.
Over here.
Ooh, I was hoping I could get that, but oh well. It's still not the worst. The worst would be I forgot to pick up the gold key, but still went through the elevator. All right, on to dead in 5 seconds. 2 rockets. That's fine. Made it. I'll get that robot on the way back. Yeah, I'll get it on the way back. We should be fine. Yeah. I'm so glad that during this run we don't interact with the ballista craft, which are the invincible robots. I mean, there was one in that last level, and you may have saw it for the briefest of moments, but we don't interact with it. That cannot be said the same for Extreme Rot, where you do have to interact with a ballista craft at some point. I got very lucky right there. Extremely lucky. Alright, quick sip beverage. Okay. As my hands touch my mouse again, the elevator door opens. Perfect timing. Can't say the same for that. But maybe I'll get lucky. I got lucky. Still got the triple. Regardless of anything else, I got the triple there. Sometimes you'll get an enforcer right here, and it's the worst. Oh, I tried doing that, trying to be funny, and it didn't work out. Yeah, don't do that. Okay. Not the worst setup so far. Yeah, not the worst. If you shoot just right, you can wake up the enemies off in the distance. I was so busy trying to get into that, I didn't even bother saving.
Over here.
Okay. Let's try that again. Yeah. The nice thing is we can just keep going now. We don't have to bother hitting the switch. Okay. Very nice. No enemies here. Go through here. Done with the level. On to moving walls. Second to last level for episode 3. See, we're at a nice, decent clip through these levels. Nice, decent clip. I will switch. I may regret that, but we're gonna do it.
Outsider.
No, I didn't. Okay, now to deal with the robots. Quick of food right there. Not the best. That's fine, we can get a priest porridge.
Outsider.
And how lucky are we gonna get over here? No enforcer, I'll say that. So pretty lucky. Can't waste any more after this one rocket. By the way, I don't know if you've noticed the snake motif on the doors.
Over here.
Or some of the doors. That's foreshadowing for El Oscuro. I'm gonna reload that. Because that was really unlucky. Had I gone into the actual enemy fight with that much health, I would have surely died every time. Alright. I think this enemy fight is gonna be... Chat? I think that's the fastest enemy fight we've had so far on this stream. Like, the absolute fastest enemy fight. Are you fucking kidding me? You know what? We're doing it again. I want to see that again. Okay, can't get a repeat, but that's fine. Watch this. Lamau.
Yeah.
All right, now we're properly starting episode 4. Let's go. As a reminder, this is the final run of the evening, because I have to go to bed. Not too long from now. We'll be back on Wednesday with a creative stream. And then Friday will be more SMTF. I feel like we'll be getting to the home stretch of if in like maybe 2 weeks. I feel like that's gonna be the case. I feel like we'll get past the next Nomos after this stream, coming up stream. Well, no, there's like 5 Nomoses. I don't know. We'll have to see. We might be able to... Nope. We might still be able to do it. Ah, damn it. Alright, I gotta improvise. High tier improvisation. Here we go. I think so. Okay, maybe we won't be on that near the end. I think we may have a while for if. I do want to try to finish if before the end of the year, though. So we can start with Majin Tensei 2 as soon as I get back from GDQ. Because, yeah, like, the last Friday of the year is the last Friday that I'm going to have to be able to stream it, because the immediate next Friday, I'm going to be on a train to Pittsburgh. By the way, once again, a reminder, if you are looking for a hotel room for GDQ and you're watching the stream right now and you're going to be at the hotel from the 2nd through the 12th, I am looking for 2 spots right now for the room that I'm sharing with my sister. So if you would like to get a hotel room, please reach out to me regarding that. And if you know someone that's looking for a room that has basically those time frames, also please let me know. And let them know that I'm looking for a room. You can inquire regarding it on Blue Sky and on Discord. I do have to obviously request that it is people that is actually attending an event and not just people just going to be in the area. Okay, so we want to do cool stuff during the event. Gotta have an attendee badge, you know? I need to double check to see if I've actually got my refund for my, my badge yet, since I got in. I'm not gonna get the full thing because I also got the foil badge, which I have read I will get that after the event. So once the event concludes, I'll get that badge. So technically, I'm getting 2 badges. AGDQ, my runner badge, and then the foil attendee badge. Also, Matrix, that's Pitt with 2 T's because it's Pittsburgh. Just like in how it is in Fallout 3. The pet. Alright, let's see how we can get through backfire, like through the exit before. You haven't played a Fallout game? You should play Fallout 1 and 2. They're pretty cool games. You can play the Bethesda ones if you want. I really like the original, like, Black Isle Fallouts, though. Definitely, if you like old CRPG games, you'll really like the first 2 Fallouts. Like, my prior experience to playing Fallout was playing, what, Icewind Dale from the same developers. And I don't play a lot of, like, D&D games. But Icewind Dale was pretty good. I did get a whole bunch of, like, D&D games on GOG, redeeming the free games every month. A lot of the old Westwood games. You know, back when they were still, Westwood Associates. I think they were always known as Westwood Associates, weren't they? Hmm. Obviously, I have to say were because Westwood doesn't exist anymore. They got absorbed into the giant mass that is Electronic Arts. I was surprised to read that Maxis is still around. Like, actually shocked. I thought they would have been renamed, like, Sims Studio or whatnot. Hey, I got that monk finally. Wowie zowie. I just realized whichever day I go into the office, whether it be today or tomorrow, I'm gonna need to make sure I have some Americano to get through the day. I probably should not be having as much coffee as I do. I have 2 cups of Americano when I go into work. 2 to start the day and 2 to end it. Cool, I got the thing that I was trying to do. Come on, Alice girl. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on over here. Come give Aunt Gertrude a hug. We got a good rhythm right here, for the most part. Hey, come on. Be running away. No, not done. Come on. No. Damn. All right, 2 levels to go. Yoink. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick up the water. I think picking up the water is gonna be a lot less of a hassle. Yeah, see, because I can just do that. It just now occurred to me, I probably should have put a flashing, like, rapid imagery warning for, the game because of the MP40. It has only now dawned on me. As someone that has a relative that does suffer from, like, epilepsy, yeah, I do want to, like, be considerate. Actually, I have more than one relative that suffers from epilepsy. My dad's sister and my cousin. Wow, why can't I be that good at that, like, all the time? Can't believe it. Need to sit down and play Polar Radiance. That's right. Alright, I want to try this goofy-ass fucking strategy I did last time and see if it works again. No. Mostly. I think I also did a little bit too wide of an angle. We'll have to see. Alright. One. That didn't work. That's fine. It's still good enough. Alright, just gotta wait. Wait at the ready. Probably could have came in there to pick up the Excalibat, but... oh well. In some instances, you can actually do this in one. We're gonna do it in 3, it looks like. Yeah. Alright, let's quickly go double check to make sure that I got everything over here. Yeah. Don't want to go flying out into there. I will lose if I do that. Sub 39. Yeah. We're going to be doing pretty good. If I can keep up that rate on 4 runs a stream, be in a good zone for agdq. Anyway. I think we're at a good... well, first, we need to see how this plays out. Hello, Felix. Hope you're doing well. Oh, boy. That's still loud. I turned the volume down by 25%, but it's still loud. Holy shit. Oh, boy. Still loud. But yeah. Let's see if this is a good run. All right, very nice. So yeah, 4 runs, all under estimate, 3 runs under 39, under 40 minutes. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. All right, well, I think that's a good stopping point. So let's get back to the credit sequence because I can't actually, like, take control of the mouse until we're back here. All right, cool. And I need to do that. And with that in mind, let's wrap up. Very, very nice stream. Very, very nice stream in terms of practice for GDQ. And we'll see how the rest of the week plays out, whether we have a pretty good productivity stream with the creative stream on Wednesday, and if we can get pretty good distance on Shin Megami Tensei If on Friday. And then we'll see what's in store for me on Saturday. As a reminder, if you would like me to do any particular runs, I need your request in by Friday. Shin Megami Tensei If stream by segment 3, so you have about the first 4 hours of the stream to do it. After that, they'll be locked in, and then We will be doing those runs sometime in the evening on Saturday. Anyway, with that in mind, let's see who's live on twitch.tv this morning. It is 2:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I still have that picture of a lunchbox up on my screen, if you can believe it. Okay. So yeah, let's see who's live. You know what? I think we'll host Ruby this evening. Let me just check times. Yeah, I think we'll host Ruby tonight. Playing Hollow Knight. So with that in mind, while I get you set up and send you over to Ruby, the raid message, if you're interested, is hello. If I can type, hello, TBCR smile. Oh, look at that smile. Anyway, while I get you set up to send you over there, if you like to update with this fine quality live stream and you're not doing it at the moment and you thought this stream was pretty interesting and you're like, hot damn, I would like to watch more of this, make sure you hit that follow button. As I kind of mentioned a bit ago, we do try to stream at least 3 days out of the week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Whatever the hell I want on Monday and Wednesday, and then Megami Tensei in order on Friday. And if you'd like to take a look at the progress I have for that, exclamation point, Megami Tensei. All one word, no space between Megami and Tensei, no Shin. The franchise is Megami Tensei. And you can take a look at how much of the games I own and where our current progress is on the playthrough series. We've played everything from the original 87 Telenet Japan game all the way up to SMT2, and we're in the middle of If, obviously. And if you're... Oh yeah, and then Saturday or Sunday, but not both, is a bonus stream. Obviously, Saturday this week is the bonus stream. And if you're doing that and you want to get more fine quality content, make sure you join that fine quality Discord, because we have a lot of channels for Megami Tensei, speedrunning, Japanese and European home computers. We have a Linux chat, tech talk in general, a lot of other channels. And if you're a supporter of the fine quality live stream via a Twitch sub or a recurring $5 coffee membership, you get access to the supporter lounge on the Discord, where you get behind the scenes stuff, early access to certain videos, work in progress, and a bunch of other stuff. And there will probably also be exclusive content on the coffee at some point as well. Only one tier on there, the $5 tier. I don't know if I'll have more than one tier, but there's at least a $5 tier. If you don't care about the ads on Twitch, but you do want to support, at least there's that option. There's also a throne if you like to buy an item on my to-do list. And fine-quality.website, which is my actual website, has social media at the top, stream in the middle, contact information at the bottom. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go to bed now. And with that in mind, my name is TBCR. I hope you have a good rest of your Monday, if you're still in Monday land, and a good rest of your Tuesday. And I will see you back here on Wednesday with an art thing. And it will be a long, somewhat long stream, because I don't have to work Thursday. So with that in mind, take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.